Hello, doing a quick recording here of RX570 with the x5675. We're on all epic settings. Just doing an FPS check here. So the CPU is an x5675. It's a 6-core, 12-threaded processor. It runs with a base of 3 GHz and turbos up to about 3.4, and then when you're not utilizing all the cores, about 3.3, and when all the cores are utilized, the turbo's at 3.2. And right now we have the RX570, the power color, I believe it's the Red Devil, so it's one of the nicer RX570 cards out there. Right now we're just checking out the FPS. We're on all epic settings. Right now it's about 60 FPS, which is nice. You can see it's also dropping a bit under. That's because it's on epic settings, so it's really smooth. No lag, no stutter. You can see you can build really quick. No issues. And we're recording. Like, we are playing and recording at the same time, which is nice. That the CPU, because it has more cores, it lets you, well, do more things at once. So if you're looking strictly for gaming, an i5 system would be ideal, because an i5 is just really good for gaming. It just has good single core performance. But if you're looking for something that'll allow you to do like gaming at reasonable FPS, and then something on top of that, like either streaming or recording, and this is where a Xeon like this x5675 with the 6 cores and 12 threads will give you more flexibility in terms of what you want to, like, what you can do all at once, like in terms of multitasking, I guess. So right now we're on epic settings, but what I can do is also test it on low, which is generally what people do if they want higher FPS. Just epic view distance, everything on low, and keep the 1080p resolution, so it still will look really nice in game. Yeah, so right now we're on low. It generally will never ever go below 60, even in the busy areas. But then when it's less busy, it can go, as you can see in the top right hand corner where the FPS is, it can go above 100. So it is a really, you still get a really nice experience, where in some scenarios, like you saw just back there, you can be above 100. So if you're in a duel or something, or whatever, you're in a skirmish, it makes it nice that your FPS will always stay above 60, and then in some scenarios it will be in the hundreds. So I'll just play another like little while here, and you can just observe that, like, what kind of FPS you can expect. So yeah, right here we're getting over 100 frames per second. Then obviously it varies on where you look and stuff, but 100 frames per second in game, and we're also getting, the recording is 60 frames per second 1080p, so it's a really nice experience. And if you are wondering, I am using OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, for the recording. You can just watch the FPS counter in the top right hand corner of your screen. It might be hard to see depending if you're on a phone or something that has a smaller screen, but if you increase the resolution, you should be able to see just fine. So right now, just to check the settings again, we have epic view distance and everything else on low, and VSync off. As you can see, right now we're easily maintaining over 60, and maybe a 1% low of like 50 or something like that, or 40 or 30, but it'll immediately shoot back up, so. This is just an FPS demonstration, no skill involved. Alright. You can see we're up in the air. The FPS does go a little bit lower, like 40 for a second there. But as soon as you drop, it's always, like once you're on the ground, it's always balanced out. Alright, well, I'll end it at there. Again, this is the RX570 with the x5675 CPU, playing Fortnite while recording. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.